when it comes to planting around your patio, my rule is that you don't just want plants that are going to look good, but also plants that are going to smell amazing, because that's where you're going to be able to enjoy them the most. We spend so much time out on the patio, not just eating most of our meals through the summer and beyond that if the weather is good, but also it's my office. It's where I sit with my laptop for much of the day if I'm at home. So being able to enjoy the fragrance of the flowers, even if I'm looking at the screen, is a real blessing. And so I've tried to plant as many things that are going to give me as much fragrance as possible for as long as possible throughout the year. So let me show you a few things that we've got going on. Down here we've got a winter box, a Sarcocossa. It's only small at the moment, but in January that's going to produce the most amazing smell at a time of year when nothing else is flowering and nothing else is smelling. So it's even better for that. It's probably my favourite smell in the whole gardening year. Over here we've got a Daphne. A little bit later in spring, February and March, that's going to be smelling absolutely delicious. Behind me, a Malvern Hills Rambling Rose. It's just going over now from its first flush, but it's a repeat flower, so you'll get flowers on that throughout the rest of the summer. And then over the front of the house we've got a wisteria. That was fantastic a few weeks ago in May. It just filled not only the patio but the whole house with this amazing fragrance. The only downside was that when the wind blew and the door was open, it also filled the living room with petals, but that was a small price to pay for the blessing of the wonderful smell. Then we've got some lilies that are going to be flowering here. They've been savaged by beetles this year, but I've been picking them off as much as I can. And then we've got lavender on the pathway leading up to the patio. And then right at the moment, the star of the show is the star jasmine, which is just one of the most beautiful smelling plants in my opinion. It's not always completely hardy, so you've got to be a bit careful with it, but it seems to be happy here on a south-facing wall against the house. And the fragrance at the moment around the patio is just beautiful. I definitely recommend it. We've got it in a pot and it seems to be doing really, really well. Another wonderful thing about the fragrance of flowers is not just the enjoyment of the smell itself, but also the memories that smell can be connected to. Actually, our sense of smell is the strongest of our senses in terms of triggering memories. And so maybe there are smells for you that bring back happy memories. One of the reasons why we grow the Malvern rose is that that was the rose that was on the patio at the house where I was growing up. So it reminds me of my childhood. This star jasmine was a smell that I first smelt staying at a friend's house when I was sitting having a meal on their patio. So whenever I smell that, I remember my friends and I remember the meal that we had. So don't just think about what you enjoy smelling, but also think about the memories associated with those smells as well.